Okay, we're coming in. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Her Story, which is a game from, let me check real quick on the Steam page. A game from Sam Barlow, where I guess we just figure out what her story is. Let me do something real quick, and then we'll get started. Just to make sure everything's up and going. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Link that out to a couple people. That should be good. All right, well, let's get started. Her story. I was told I should take notes. Or like something like that. We'll see. Okay. We have a little window here. Read me. Introduction to the Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic Database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. Okay, this database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word into the search field, click search, and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow the search to multiple words, you can narrow it. Okay, if you're working from a printed transcript, you can even be more precise. Use inverted commas to search for exact match against the entire statement. Yes, comma, I was there. Oh, comma. Okay, cool. For any further assistance, please contact your department's information technology representative. Okay. And really read me. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time. Okay. Interesting. Let me make sure stuff is working right. Yeah, it seems to be fine, right? Alright, so search terms murder. Search. I guess we just click these. User tags blank. Let's play.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Tell me what happened.
Yeah, that's me. But
Sus.
February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Okay, Simon. Simon's the person that got killed, I guess. Let's watch the next one.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Okay.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay, I guess we should search Simon. But what's this add to session? Let's search Simon. See what that comes up with. Oh, I got a few here. Okay.
Simon Smith.
Pay
He
attention
works
to
at
the
Hans Brothers
dates.
Glass.
Oh.
They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really
Okay.
beautiful things.
Ernst Glass. User tags. What did I type it into here? Add to session. Okay, cool. 1806-94. I guess these are on the same day. She's wearing the same stuff.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven.
6 foot's not average.
If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair.
Well,
And border photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome.
yeah, for real.
Best one I have.
For me, average is way shorter than that. Okay, so I'll save that as Rome photo. See what's up in here.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Oh, Helen. Wait, what'd you say at the start?
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock.
Rockington
It's
Arms.
run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan.
Okay.
There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
I guess they went there before. Well, obviously he went there before he died. We're watching videos to figure out her story. Someone got murdered. I explained that a few minutes ago, but yeah. I guess we have to just keep watching to figure
Yes.
out what her
There's an
real
abstract
story
one.
is.
No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes
Armstead.
plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess. That kind of thing.
Armstead.
Yes, there's an
What's
abstract
it?
one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games.
I don't know if I actually spelled Amstrad
Save the
right.
princess. That kind of thing.
Amstrad. Maybe. I should save that, and maybe. I don't really know what these stored user session clips actually do, but. Is there like stuff in the rubbish bin? Hack. What else do we have? There's nothing else. Okay. These are all on the same day.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him.
I'll go back and kind
There
of
must
skim
be
over him
some kind of
again in a
accident.
second.
So what do we do next?
You get arrested. Yeah, and the first one, it says logic database, talking about how the logic database is used for computer work, and they saved interviews. Yeah. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submissions. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content is attached to it. Retrieve a clip, type in the word. So we have to type in words that she actually is saying during the interviews to pull up the videos. And then the other one basically tells me that. Or no. Oh, yeah, the other one, that's what that one says. The other one says some kind of shit happened in Y2K. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, and they got mothballed. No one has touched them. I couldn't find the server, blah, blah, blah. I figured this would be enough. Take your time. Alright, so we have to keep finding good words to figure out, I guess, find the videos within the database. The hack doc. Oh, and the rubbish bin? Oh no, I didn't look at that. Hack! Cyber Ghost, Supplier of the Legends, you never seen us. One for the mums here. Cracks with class. I don't know. A crazy looking text dude. Cracks with class. Crack to run the game? What? What is ASC2? What is mirror game? And why am I doing this? Am I supposed to... Random sidebar. It changes the colors in between, I guess. Am I red? I gotta make them all red. Or purple. Random ass shit. Okay. Random distraction. Well, am I player 1 or am I player 2? I feel like I'm both. I'm literally both. I will both win and lose. Ah, cool. I draw it against myself. Okay. Alright, I saved a few keywords. I wish there was a way I could save the keywords in here. I have a separate little thing. Clock. Okay. Well, let's search Ernst. Oh. It only says it in that one thing. What about Rome? Only says in that one thing. Helen, the bartender? Oh, we got one. She's jealous of Helen for
I think
sure.
he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Oh, damn. Okay. He likes blondes. Blondes. Oh, shit. Talking about blondes a lot. It's on a different day. 30 or so, a few days later.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic.
Hairs.
There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Yeah, true. Wait, she said
Could the hairs
Rapunzel?
have come from somewhere else? I mean, could
So
they...
there's blonde hair.
We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Rapunzel. Add to session. I'm not even sure how many I can... Like... How many am I supposed to add to session? Does... Infinitely add to session?
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything.
Blonde wig.
Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap. Add to session. Some guitar. I guess she brought a guitar to the
You want me to play something?
police interview.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay.
And this is where I get copyright strike.
No. It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your
Sure.
street.
I guess this was on a different day.
There were two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain.
It's a pretty good singer.
The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But
It's like a
the
foreboding
only
song.
care for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain. With a pretty little face and a long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Alright.
So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain.
That's how she murdered
Watched
Simon.
as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain. Floated
No, this is how she
till
killed Helen.
came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain.
Who would bring a guitar to the police?
Police. Swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
He's trying to distract him away from the
That's a
murder.
good place to stop.
Okay, ballad. That's probably like an unneeded clip. Okay, so we got some blondes. Mentioned some kind of hat in one of them. Is it this one?
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
No, it wasn't that one. This one? Oh, cat flap.
This other person...
Cat flap. Oh, nice. Okay, she's wearing something else again. So that was on January. Oh, never mind. It's what? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Alright, this is June. Cat flap.
They were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Yeah, cat flap. Cat flap 2. Add to session. I guess I can just add everything to session. I can reorder them. Oh yeah. Could order them by time or whatever. That's 6. Alright, this was later. Oh, whatever. Listen to this one.
No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino.
Oh, maybe it...
It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
This is her story. We're finding out the story of a murder. How should I save this one?
No
yeah,
cat.
it's like...
my parents had a cat before they died.
yeah,
Domino.
she's the serial killer.
It was this little black thing with white dots.
No, I don't know. She could be innocent.
We never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Thin? Okay, cat flap. Add to session. Yeah, we have to find keywords that she says, and then figure it out. 0107. That was a little later. 6:30. 6:27. Okay, anyway. Let's search thin. Nice. Here we go.
The mirror.
The mirror.
I can't remember.
The hell's she talking about, mirror?
I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Mirror. Yeah, like, they're all in a database. What's this? Database checker. Refresh? Oh, okay. These must be all the clips. I think all these green ones are the clips that I've seen. And I think we have to find all the clips or something like that to figure out the whole story. Let's watch this one.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour.
Oh, tracing.
Shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper and dressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut.
Yeah, that is a little bit serial killery.
His heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Obsessed with Rapunzel. I guess it's not necessary to store all these down here, but if we want to find them later, might as well. Gotta look up prick now. Alright. Ah. Nope. Let's see. How much does she like tracing paper? Only that much. What about this mirror? She's talking about a mirror. So I'm guessing that we're asking about a mirror. Yeah, here we go. Here's the one. Which one's the first day? I guess when she's in the blues is the first day. What's she talking about mirror for?
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H.
Oh, we finally got her name.
It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards.
Oh,
It doesn't work from mirror though. It's
that's
not
cool.
quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Oh, Gladstone Street. Okay. Hannah Smith. Gladstone. I guess I should type it in here. Hannah Smith. Oh, whoops. Hannah Smith. Gladstone Street. Add to session. Drag that. It's gonna be really inconvenient to drag around if, like, I keep adding everything. Oops. Oh god, it's just flipping it back. Whatever, go over there. Bowl of water. Bowl of water. You know, who's the first, like, the first thing she says is a palindrome. That's kind of, like, stuck up.
I mean, it wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
Oh, they
The
argued.
present was a mirror.
Oh, there's the
A
mirror.
nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story.
She really likes
He made
talking
it
about
especially for me.
princesses. I bet she mentions... Okay, mirror, gift, princess. Stuck up. Yes, she murdered the mirror. Alright.
Silverleaf? No.
Silver leaf.
And he normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique.
Oh, there is the mirror.
The reflection
Okay.
isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Yeah, you can't see your own agony and shit. Shitty mirror. Okay. How much does she talk about princesses? A lot. She just wants to be a princess with palindromes.
Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church.
Oh, river, church.
There. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. There it is. Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
pretty sure it
there's
must be this
fucking
one.
Princess Street.
There.
Okay. Drove over river, Princess Street. Like, she just has to be close to princess shit on everything, I guess.
Yeah. We were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell.
So
The
Simon...
dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's.
Oh my gosh, there's...
It
oh, well, I
totally
did
wasn't
search
right
princess.
There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
I guess she was married to Simon. Simon used to be married at 17. What, this one? mirror gift Princess stuck up.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
They had an argument.
The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story.
Engraved.
He made it specially for me.
Engraved. Nope. What else did he say? Not sure. Princess. No. She said she drove next to a church. Oh, here we go. Oh no, I haven't actually looked up Simon. Considering he got murdered, it's probably like the main thing I should search.
No.
You don't need to
I
sleep.
was 15. Carl was older.
You'll be alright.
17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex.
Oh
We
shit.
did it in a church once. Stupid.
Oh nice.
So he got tired of
Approved.
us and we split up after about 6 months. It was
Tired of
sad,
us?
but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Don't look up the sex? Church sex?
Okay, you got me. I'll confess.
It's the best kind.
We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip.
He wants to be a
I used to make that
princess in
name.
church.
We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view
Is it
of
like
the
a
river,
snake?
and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Romantic something. I already forget what she said in this one.
No,
Oh, this
I
was the church
15.
sex.
Carl was older.
Okay. Church sex. Well. Oh, she's talking about that a lot. Alright, let's get into it. What's her church sex like? Well, but then I'll forget the church. No, I'm not going to forget the church sex. Fine, I'll search Simon. Oh, I already listened to those. This is like the very first.
Simon Smith.
Simon
He
Smith.
works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows. All
So I'm not
kinds of
sure if
things.
she was married
Simon
to
does the more
him
special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic
or if it's her
things.
brother.
Really beautiful things.
I'm pretty sure she was married to him. Maybe. I don't remember. Rome photos. What'd you
It's
say?
the
in this one?
Rockington Arms.
Oh, Rockington Arms.
It's run by a nice.
Rockington Arms. The Rock. Alright, let's get back to sex. The important things.
Really?
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
going to
but-
ask me about my sex life?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that private?
Nope. Sex life.
Are you married?
We're
How is
talking
your
like
sex
69 or what? Deflecting. Sex. Maybe I should
So-
search married.
Our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Oh, she seems frustrated. Frustrated. Although, 10 years of marriage might be important. 10 years marriage. There.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Oh, damn. Defensive. Sex with all those guys. Okay. Let's look up their marriage. Yeah, I guess they're married.
I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said,
Who's
if people
Eleanor?
ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. Ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front.
I guess not her house.
Hmm.
Maybe that's her mom.
She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
True. Okay, whoever Eleanor is. I'm not sure if I spelled that right. The secret was cigarettes in the porcelain vase. Eleanor had cigarettes in porcelain vases. Whoever Eleanor is. We'll get back to that.
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone.
Just people he likes.
He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Marriage seriously. I don't know. At that session.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people.
Is this some Lannister shit or what?
He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
He said he took...
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house.
To our parents' house?
To their house.
Lannister shit.
So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people.
Maybe they're twins.
He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Lannister shit. Acting, saying his wife is different. Incest. Nope. Alright, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming by. Alright, here's Eleanor. Oh, there's a bunch of shit on Eleanor.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's, and They're very worried.
Doug and Eleanor.
I feel sorry for them.
Okay, Doug, Eleanor. Is that how you spell Doug? No. It's the wrong Doug. There. Technically, it is Doug. That's what they... Yeah, Doug and Eleanor.
I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and
Yeah.
they're very worried.
I guess it's
I
a
feel sorry
couple
for
or...
them.
Or like they're friends or something.
Okay.
Hmm.
I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack.
Guess this
I
is when
shouted
she
out.
walks into their house.
I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I
Why would you
walked
just
upstairs to the
randomly touch
bedroom,
a kettle?
He wasn't there.
I mean,
I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then
What do
I
you
called
mean,
Doug
what
and
has
Eleanor.
happened?
And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
but she did search, though, should have said continue. Oh. Well, yeah. Let's see. So, walks in, searches a sec, showers, and sleeps, calls Eric. Walking in their own house. Okay. Well, that was on the 30th. Okay, well, more about Eleanor.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's.
I wasn't
lost
even
the baby
born.
At the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful.
Damn, that would suck.
Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist.
Maybe
I
she
had to look
killed her
that up.
parents, too.
It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
What, her own parents or someone else?
1984
I think she said her own.
was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost
Oh.
the baby at the end of spring, and my parents
She
died
lost a baby.
in the summer.
Oh yeah, her parents died.
It was a hot summer, a
Damn.
heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just
Okay.
awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together.
So her
like that,
parents
they
and she
brought
lost
in
a
lot of
baby.
Police.
And she was living at
Forensic
Doug and
entomologist.
Eleanor's
I had to look that up. It was
in
because of the heat.
1984.
It's just awful.
Sus. Parents died, lost baby, 1984. Lives at Doug and Eleanor. Okay. What else you got to
Yes.
say about Doug and Eleanor?
I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say.
Is that like your grandparents?
It's more just
Oh. Did you do that on purpose?
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not
What was she about to
there's
say?
much to say. It's more just-
Oh. Well, I got an achievement for finding spilled coffee. Calls Eleanor once a day spilt coffee. Okay, let's search Doug, because Doug was Eleanor's husband, I guess. There's one more where she talks about Doug.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see,
What?
it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Yeah, poison. She poisoned her parents. And Simon. Poison. What did you say her job was?
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school.
Oh, dinner lady. Okay. Poison. Dinner lady. Primary school. Of course, they had the mirror as like a murder weapon, so she probably didn't poison. Poison. Oh, she talks about poison over here.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty.
Food
If
poisoning.
I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I don't know.
Is this the same day she was talking about her parents dying? Poison or food poisoning? Yeah, because this one, Doug and Eleanor, I think that's the same day. She was talking about it. Maybe not. Oh no, it's a different day. I don't know. Let's search. She called Eric earlier. Oh, there's a lot of shit about Eric. How come it didn't pull up the video I already saw when she said Eric? Weird.
He was wearing a shirt,
Oh, thanks. Useful information.
blue turtleneck shirt,
Okay, that's better.
and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric.
Oh, only the first five.
He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. He was
Yeah, watch that
wearing
again.
a
Let's
shirt.
see.
It's a blue turtleneck shirt.
Blue
Jeans.
turtleneck.
He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from
Watch.
his boss, Eric.
Oh, okay, Eric's his
He had his
boss.
coat, a long grey duffel coat, like
Eric's
Paddington
his
Bear.
boss.
He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Okay. Eric's his boss. I guess Simon's boss. Eric. Simon, boss. She mentions a watch. Blue turtleneck. Oh yeah, it does say access limited to the first 5. Oh, 14 entries found. Okay. So I should write Eric on all of these to remember that that starts like that.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon.
Friday
He had
evening.
a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but
British?
not since.
Local bar?
He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all.
I guess
Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Okay, so we went out Friday after argument. I'm gonna write Eric first because just to keep track. Friday, argument. Didn't come back. Okay.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a
Cavalier.
van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Cavalier van. Keys. Add to session.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
Silver Visa. Oh, I should say Eric. I talk about Eric a lot. Oops, I forgot to add this session. It's on a different day.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane. Another suspect. Okay, we need to narrow this down. Eric Van. No. Eric Boss. Okay. A couple more where she says Eric's the boss.
I mean, not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house.
We'd go to the Rock.
Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
Really,
And
Diane?
the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines.
Too many keywords. Possibly.
I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
So, wife. I guess, Eric sometimes comes after work for dinner. Yeah, for real. I have no idea. Also, what is fennel? Alright, let's see this one.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
No. Yeah, for real. Slightly different. Shouted. I don't know what else to put. Simon's parents called. Okay. So, yeah, the other one, I don't think she said she shouted for him. Yeah. Phone. Probably has a lot. Yeah. 9 entries found.
A mobile phone? Yeah.
I need to check it for other stories.
Well, for the Glaciers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Charging cradle. Mobile phone. Kitchen. Charging cradle. What's this one?
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Now they're asking her if she can go, or they can go. Police asking to go look. That was on the 18th. They didn't arrest her yet.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff.
This is a much later interview.
Sad stuff. About when we lived there. About the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out.
Yes, her and
I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
Oh, fuck.
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
In her own house? Okay. Found a body in her house. I guess it was Simon. Found body in her house. Boxes, news. Bin bags, she called them. Okay. That was before she said this. Okay.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry,
Glasgow.
tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
Glasgow. Payphone. Coffee. I don't know if I spelled Glasgow right. Payphone. Oh, this is later. This is the next the next month.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think for some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
She called Hannah? Are there twins? I thought she said she is Hannah. Called Hannah, went north. Yeah, Hannah. She said she's Hannah right here.
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's palindrome. It was the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Hannah Smith. She seems all stressed.
Hannah. What are you doing talking about Eve?
What is Eve? Maybe that's her baby that she lost. I don't know. Oh, she was waiting on the cops. Eve. Oh, lie detector test.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
What? Why'd she say sorry?
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Lie detector. Weird about saying Hannah Smith.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time.
Ah.
The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
So they are twins.
The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
What the hell is that? Okay. Hannah's twin. I don't know why it like did a weird thing at me. Hannah's twin. Identical twin. Maybe she murdered him.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Why does it keep ghosting at me? Hid in dollhouse. Attic. Yeah, it's like ghosting at me. Dollhouse. Okay, so I guess this one's not Hannah, whatever her name is. Each. And this one is Hannah, maybe.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time.
Yeah,
We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Don't sleep in your parents' room. Okay, moved back to parents' house. Dollhouse, attic. Can't tell them apart.
Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Okay, dollhouse, fairy castle, attic again. Talking about attic a lot. Okay, this one's back to non-Hannah.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge.
You're saying the doll...
It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there.
Like the doll... One of the dolls
It's
had
a
blonde
beautiful
hair.
thing. Wallpaper to scale. Little furniture. The lights work. Mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it. Invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all. Passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making this horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough.
How can you not
We
kill
ended
a
up
moth?
crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Dollhouse, moth, Arabian Nights. I don't know. Save it like that.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Simon never went to dollhouse attic. Attic. It's too much. Let's see. This is just Arabian Nights? No. Doll. dolls? Hair. Ah, there's a couple new ones. 'Cause they said like a blonde hair was from one of the dolls, maybe. Or maybe
It's
not.
Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the
Talking about
prince.
Rapunzel again.
And Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
Yes. Rapunzel story. Fuck you talking about Rapunzel for?
What kind of hairs?
What kind of hairs? Maybe if I search hairs, it's different. No. I was always talking about Rapunzel. Nope, just those 2 times. Alright, but who's Eve that she's talking about Eve. Maybe that was her kid. Oh, here we go.
Well,
Oh,
my
great.
friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Friend Eve hate as kid sometimes.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it.
Damn.
It was just a moment.
She was really into that.
We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Likes to drown Eve. I'm not sure. Like, it's. I don't know. There's Hannah and Simon moved back to their parents' house. And Hannah's twin sister, she had to hide up in her attic for some reason. As kids. I don't know. It's too much. Let's see. Yeah, she lost her parents when she was younger, but she also lost a baby, who I thought was Eve. But it wasn't. And one of them found a body. Which one found the body, actually? It was a little bit earlier. Talk about this dollhouse a lot. Hidden dollhouse attic. Yeah, that's identical twin. Eve. I wonder if that's on the. It's hard to tell which one's which. Called Hannah went north. Okay, so she just went north to get away from people while Hannah and Simon were there. Okay, this one found the bodies. but I can't tell which one that one is. I think that one's Hannah. Let's keep watching.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young.
I think this one's the
on my
non-Hannah.
birthday.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Went to Portsmouth with dude blamed Eve. I think that's what she said. Alright, this one's still non-Hannah.
My mother called me Eve.
If you can identify which day is Hannah and which is Eve. Oh. Wait, what the fuck? She is Eve.
My mother called me Eve.
Okay. So she hated her sisters.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
But is it just herself? Like, this is getting more confusing.
Eve.
Eve's sister. No. Friend. Yeah, this one's the non-Hannah again.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. My mum was amazed.
What, did their parents not know that they had two of them?
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went
really?
mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later,
So she's crazy.
Hannah, dressed and ready.
Maybe she has multiple
amazed.
personalities. I don't even know what to put about this. Maybe multiple personality? parents. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Split. No. Switch. Maybe they switched out. No. Talk about Portsmouth. I wonder how many I've seen now. Oh, there's still a ton. Unless that's not what I'm actually looking at. Search Portsmouth. I think one of her personalities killed Simon. When did the midwife say they died or whatever? Or one of them died? In here? Oh, Hannah's identical twin. I didn't put it.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
I'd been throttled.
The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Yeah, the midwife did tell. I think she has multiple personalities, maybe.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different.
Or Florence kept her.
I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
Oh, the midwife
She was
fucking
me.
stole a baby. Maybe. Oh shit. Why did it do that at me again? Midwife stole baby. Florence. Oh, okay. So Florence is like... Okay, 5 entries for Florence.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
So Florence said she was dead. And maybe took a baby.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that
Diaries,
kind of
biscuit
thing.
tin.
Her story wasn't there.
But
I never really spoke to her about it. I
She
was
had the
far
game.
too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children.
yeah,
Planned to have a large
they
family.
said her story.
But her husband died in the war.
Ah,
And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again.
well, that's... You should just marry again instead of stealing babies.
She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again.
Maybe they swapped off
harder,
with Simon.
A war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay. Florence, widow, Tin diary. Let's look over here.
No. It was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Stories as child. Across the street. She said she lived across the street.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left.
Oh, when she was 8?
Walked out and across the street.
Oh, so that's when she walked across the street and the other one hit her in the attic. Diary 8. Walked across the street. Got hid in attic. Yeah, that's hid in attic. That's what she said before. Yeah.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. It was a dollhouse.
Yeah.
She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Swapped? Ben. That's when she said she found body in bin bags.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there.
That was on Saturday.
Is there a bin?
Oh. That's a different bin. Went back on Saturday. Yeah. Vomit. Vomit. Nope. Let's see. I went back, lived up in the dollhouse. Eve was her friend, but maybe also her sister. There's some tomfuckery going on here. I think Eve probably killed Simon. I did write a couple of things from earlier, like oh, his boss had a blue turtleneck. Blue turtleneck. No. Watch. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff about the watch. Moved back to parents. Okay, which one is this?
I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back.
Okay, that one's Hannah. So here's Hannah again.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to come back and stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
I wonder if Eve poisoned her parents' wedding. Two of us. I think this one's still Hannah. Sure.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
And Diane's Eric's wife,
That time,
I think.
you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Time in Glasgow. Watch. Okay, what does she have to say about the watch?
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Oh shit, found important information again. I gotta watch that again.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to
Did
each
her
other.
and
We
her
agreed
sister
almost silently. The
kill
baby was what
Simon?
mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger.
Or maybe her and someone
Better
else.
to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Okay, we murdered. Hid body watch. Baby important. Baby. back to her. Oh, 17 entries, damn. Well, maybe she had a baby too.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Alone, right.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was their university. We moved
Who was
with
we?
Mum and Dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
Hope for a baby. Maybe Simon had a baby with...
I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
Miscarriage. 8 months. A few months after or something.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
So she had another baby?
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Baby. Had another baby? Had a baby. Hey, what's up? I guess she had a baby.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up.
Here to
Sam
judge.
was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later.
We're figuring out who murdered Simon.
Had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway.
Yeah.
And Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after
Yeah, you're
that,
basically trying to find this
we
girl's
talked about the baby.
story about
Turned into a big argument.
murdering Simon.
Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think.
Hold on, after this.
So I left.
I might have to rewatch that. Yeah, she had a twin sister separated at birth. The midwife lied and said one died. And then Hannah's parents died. Or both their parents died when they were 8. Or no. The midwife died when she was 8 and Hannah hid her in her attic. And just left her up there. And then her parents died later. And maybe they were wife swapping on Simon. I can't figure out if they both killed Simon or if Eve, her evil twin sister, and someone else killed Simon. Well, let's see what she said in this one again.
From when I woke up. Okay.
I wish I could sort stuff like that
I
I've saved
woke up.
chronologically.
Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present.
I think they both...
which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
I guess she got pregnant again and they had an argument. Argument about baby. Okay. How did I search different terms in the same? It's like... Can be more precise, used inverted commas. Yes, comma. Okay. Baby Simon. Does that work? Yeah. I think this one's still Hannah and not her evil twin sister. Or they're both evil.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah.
I'm guessing this is when she was talking about her first...
Nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Her first miscarriage. Ava miscarriage. Baby Simon argument. No. Baby argument. Oh, I actually haven't looked that up, I don't think. Miscarriage. There's a whole bunch of stuff about that. Miscarriage, 8th month. Okay. Wait, what did she say in this again?
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
Oh, okay. Miscarriage, 8 months.
Then my parents died.
And then her parents died.
It was the worst year of my life. The miscarriage and then my parents.
They were both found dead together. And that was 1984. Miscarriage. Parents. From that other video, she said. Miscarriage, parents. Died. Alright. This is a different day. 5 days later, still talking about it.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something.
They'd gone
The
to
neighbour
bed.
called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed.
It's about her parents,
Just
I guess.
awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that, it was just like, fuck.
She got married and then her parents died. Oh shit. That was important. Rewatch.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something.
Maybe she killed her
The neighbour
parents.
called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that, it was just like, fuck.
Okay. Again, about talking about her parents died. After miscarriage. Dead 4 days. Or what's she saying this one?
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
She was infertile. Maybe she was infertile and they swapped off on Simon. I don't know. Infertile. Ah. Okay, this is the twin.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile.
I think they swapped on Simon.
Felt like the universe had corrected its course.
Oh, shit.
We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They
Yeah.
were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school.
Clearly that's the answer.
And then
Wait, and then what?
and Simon was still living with his parents.
Still living with
They were
parents. She was
Simon
jealous.
had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
She was happy. She was happy the parents died? Or what was that?
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Oh, about the miscarriage. About miscarriage.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant.
Oh shit.
Amazing, right?
They did the swap.
It's fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3
So-
periods. I had pretty irregular periods.
She got
Anyway,
pregnant
that
after they did a
tree-
swap.
I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Well, she told Hannah got pregnant on their birthday with Simon, I guess. Birthday. Maybe she has some stuff to say about on her birthday. Yeah. It's the first one.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Okay, whatever, birthday.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't
So
like
she
the present.
told. Her twin told Hannah on their birthday. And it was their birthday.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
It was her birthday. This one's later.
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
So she told Simon. I think this one's Hannah.
Well, yes. You found out on my birthday.
Yeah.
I told him I was pregnant.
But it was really her sister that was pregnant. Birthday pregnant.
Well, a week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Blitz. Get blitzed. Okay, birthday. Pregnant. There we go.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face.
That they did the swap.
She...
Hannah found out they swapped. Maybe. Oh, it's starting to storm here. Hopefully it doesn't cut us out. Let's see. Sex Simon. Oh, yeah.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon's dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are
Well,
you
she is
so
crazy.
obsessed with sex and affairs?
I mean, she hid her evil twin sister
Is this your thing?
from their parents. I guess they're both kind of crazy. Talking about affairs. Alright, here's back to
Differences?
Eve.
She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything.
They would just swap back and forth randomly.
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue
But they
him.
swapped until Simon.
It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush.
Carl, huh?
I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses.
They like to swap.
After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity.
Oh, more Lannister shit.
That different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush.
Oh, damn, that's kind of interesting. Fucked
After
up.
that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Ah, so Simon fucked shit up. Let's see. Swapped with Carl and others until Simon.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated
Okay.
again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist.
It's a She's just getting
I would
jealous.
sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
Oh, a blonde wig.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs.
Doing the switch and such. I don't know.
I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
Well, that sucks.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in.
Then they could keep swapping. Okay, but one of them got pregnant. Agreed. Hannah and Simon would get their own place, and she would move in. Move in. Here we go.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
Maybe they both killed Simon. Told her to wait. How'd you get pregnant with Simon? Pregnant Simon.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet.
Yeah.
We only had the one bed,
That's wild.
so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him.
Oh,
Broke
fuck.
the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
So the first time Hannah got pregnant. Second time she got pregnant. Stop ghosting at me. First time Hannah pregnant. Second time Eve, I guess. I'm not sure. We killed Simon. We killed.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
Hospital. Glasgow. Talk about Glasgow a lot.
I got in the car and I drove.
The words have to be at
I
least
just
two
kept
characters.
driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow.
I guess that was the alibi that they made.
I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Glasgow. Tired. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of clips.
I don't think so. Glasgow
Yeah,
was
I'm gonna search
deserted
alibi
for
after these ones. Wait, Glasgow was deserted.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted.
So no one saw her. Nobody saw her in Glasgow.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted.
So
The
she's
streets
saying
were
she went
empty.
straight to.
I was driving badly, and I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine.
So they called the hospital.
The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Said went to hospital after hitting taxi. Alibi. Did I spell it wrong? Alibi? Oh. I guess that's the only time she said. Murdered hid body. Yeah.
It happened very quickly.
That's when she
We
said
hardly
they
had to talk
did
to
it.
each other. We agreed almost.
Okay, hold on. Hospital. Her alibi is falling apart.
Asked the hospital.
Ask the hospital.
When I arrived in Glasgow,
Oh,
I
that's
was
the one we just
exhausted.
watched.
The streets were empty.
Taxi. No. Hit. Oh, that's really generic, but got some new videos.
Bruce. Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of
Lies.
hit the door with my face. I mean, hurt like hell.
Bruise. And that was on 06/25. Okay, so that's the second. It's not her first interview.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise.
Ah,
I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off.
okay, that's where the blonde hair came
Eventually,
from.
we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Fought with Hannah, tore wig.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
Oh, she said her story again.
She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me.
Hold on.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
Yeah.
She put on my wig,
Wait for
some
him
of
to
my
come back.
clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me.
Oh,
Then
fuck.
he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier.
Ha!
That
He wanted both of them.
present.
Well, mostly her, I guess.
She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open.
Shit.
She'd only meant to scare him off.
Okay. Hannah killed Simon. I guess. Before they hid body. Question mark. Cut throat. Okay, wait, this was 6:27. That was later. Maybe Hannah hadn't been arrested yet.
His body didn't real. And his throat.
Or maybe
Like
this
his
one's
throat had been cut.
Eve.
And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses.
She said glasses a lot.
It doesn't always wear.
Glasses. Throat. Cut. What's she have to say?
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut.
I thought the other video was before that, but maybe not.
There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
Okay. 3 dead. Simon. Throat cut. Mirror. I'm still not sure which one got pregnant. But it looks like Hannah. Basically, they were doing the swap. And then she told Simon. Well, I'm not sure if she told. She must have told Simon. And then Simon started falling back for Eve. And when Simon got them both the same mirror when she was faking to be Eve, she got pissed off and slit his throat with the mirror. And then they hid the body because one of them was pregnant. And they decided the baby was more worth it. Cut throat, the comma. Or they decided to hide the... I don't know why they decided to hide the body. Because they thought the baby was more important. I guess one of them would go to jail. And one not. Oh, they sent one up north for the alibi. I don't know. That's probably pretty close. Probably pretty close. Wonder how many we've actually seen at this point. And there's still a bunch. But let's see. Left body. Body. See this.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body.
Hold on. So she's still basically lying. Well, it said that she got mad being jealous of Eve and accidentally killed her, but that might be a lie. Found body may be a lie. Playing more music over here?
Really? Okay. Here's the rest. Oh, they laid a body on the doctor.
Another copyright strike.
Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by on the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair on the wind and the rain.
I gotta piss up here,
He made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair on the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows on the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bones on the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone on the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone on the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Alright, well, that was a good thing to go piss on because it's a super long video. Singing about wind and rain. And here's Eve talking again.
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because
Well, that
hers
sucks.
had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Separate paths because pregnancy. Body found. Probably seen already. Yeah, we saw those already. Blood floor. Mirror. Mirror broken. Mirror cut.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes.
You should search wig.
Pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me.
Okay, we already saw that. Smashed mirror. Mirror. Smashed. Wig. Talking about
The
the
wig.
wig.
You mean, but what type of wig?
Wig.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind
Lies.
of wig?
The blonde kind. Blonde wig. Maybe. What the hell is this? Chit chat. What is this? No? I don't know why he was killed other than one of them was pregnant. And they had a argument. I don't know, why is this talking at me? Send a no or yes? Okay. No. Buzz when you're ready. I guess I can just click that at any time. Wig blonde. Wig thrown. Wig. There's a bunch of mirror ones I probably haven't seen too. Just 12 entries. Mirror cut. Mirror gift. Mirror hair. I don't know. I think we need... Yeah, there's still like a shitload of videos we haven't seen. A mirror, argument, baby. You don't need them all? Okay. Argument, pregnancy. Argument, Eve. Are there even ones with argument? Oh. Here's a few.
He's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific.
This
No
is
one
still
knows
their
how to push your
alibi.
buttons better than those you're close to.
That was from before.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
I think this was part of her alibi. I don't even need argument. comes back.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
They said at 9. Oh, no, at 3 was when they killed her, I guess. Or when Hannah killed Simon. What'd you say again?
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
That's still alibi. Lie, argument. 8. So they cut. Cut. Okay.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before.
Glass?
A long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera.
I keep forgetting to search glasses.
But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Glasses, so I remember.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way.
That's
Cut
why
it with a bread knife, something like that.
That's got to make you like go insane.
My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
So she got really jealous of Hannah. But then they started swapping off on boyfriends and stuff, so it's fine. Reflection. She said reflection a lot. Reflection, mirror. I guess I should still search glasses. Oh, a new one.
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror.
Well, I guess he made 2 mirrors.
And he gave it to me.
Made mirror. 2 mirrors. 2 comma mirrors. Made mirrors. He made 2 mirrors for each of them. Or 1 for each of them. What, which one between Hannah and the other one? I think Hannah doesn't have tattoo. So I did notice that, yeah. Oh, wait. It's a good point. Which one is this?
Yeah.
I think this one's
We were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said.
I think this one's
Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful.
Maybe this one's
It
cute.
looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
I think Hannah... Shitty mirror.
Silverleaf? No. He normally
I
sorts
think
them
Hannah's the one
properly.
with no tattoo.
This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good.
Maybe.
It's the perfect mirror for someone.
You confused me. I forgot about the tattoo.
No. I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved.
Carl's the one that she
Lots
had
of drunken
sex
teenage
with
sex.
first.
We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Okay. Well, I wish she was showing the tattoo in these ones. Tattoo. Ah.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Well, that doesn't really help. Tattoo. Maybe she'll tell us here.
So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion.
Oh, okay, so tattoos.
I was singing in
Eve.
the bar in the evenings. So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
Tattoo is Eve.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But
This is about Simon, I guess.
he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness.
Oh, damn.
Guessed my name for my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking
So
to
the
him.
Eve ones.
It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time.
And then they banged.
He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
He accidentally found the evil twin. Simon talked to her at bar and they affaired. Dream. Wait, which one was this? Okay, so this is right before this.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind.
Okay.
We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Pair of dreams. I wonder if it's different if you search with an S. No, it's the same. remember I took a little note of what the bar was called. Oh, the Rock. Or Rockington Arms. The Rock. Okay, so this one's actually Hannah again.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know.
Oh, they're still bullshitting.
So many things could have gone wrong.
The Rock. Dwayne Johnson.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock.
Plumber. It's like going backwards talking or listening to her story, I feel like. Or Hannah's story. Rockington. No. Well, I could search plumber. Okay. So they met. Simon met at bar. Right. Okay, here we go.
No. I told her it was one of my boyfriends. Someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them?
Oh, because she got pregnant instead of Hannah. Happy bar. I don't know. Or the baby. 6 injuries found. Or the baby. Murder. Or the baby hide. Good body. I already searched that one, right? Yeah. I'm going in circles now. Guess we didn't talk about motive. Oh, yeah. I guess Simon, we have to figure out if Simon was like against the baby. Motive. That'd be too easy. Simon baby. 10 entries. Simon baby. Argument? I already watched this one.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up.
This is when she was
Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to
without the
think.
baby.
So I left.
Simon baby. Disagree. Simon baby Eve. I need the other 10 entries. Or 5 entries. Simon, baby, mirror. I don't know. Simon, baby. Keep. No. Simon, baby. Simon. She was getting mad about you. What are you doing talking about Eve? Or Simon? Simon. Baby. I don't know. I keep thinking of the same words. Happy bar. Bar. Simon. I already searched that. What? No, I've already tried something. Simon. Babe. No, I searched baby. Happy. Oh, there's a new one.
Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years.
Ups and downs. Parents. This one's earlier.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Doggone wedding. Parents killed. I'm getting distracted from Simon. Nope. Tattoos Eve. So yeah, this is a pure chance.
To impress me. Be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time.
Didn't tell he was married. Dream. You already searched that. Oh no. And more stuff about the marriage.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Married at 17. Damn. What the hell?
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Oh, getting flirty. Getting flirty.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. You could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over.
He's
and
actually
that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Passive aggressive. misspelled that. Whatever. Passive. Aggressive. I misspelled that. Is that how you spell it? Yeah. It must have been an argument. I think I did. Fair? Oh, I guess not.
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
Yeah. Simon wasn't having an affair. Affair, sister. Oh. Talking about affairs. Forget what she said.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone.
Except for Simon.
Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
Well, because...
You cheated
yeah,
on
she's the one that got the baby.
Is this your thing?
It said Simon had a baby with her. And then probably Hannah got jealous.
And what did your wife do?
Well, she
She
was
didn't
already
kill
jealous.
You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
I guess she's lying too. She said she was in Glasgow. The other one said she was in Glasgow, I think. One of them said they're in Glasgow already. Why would I kill Simon? Eve, baby. She, baby. Jealous. Well, she was jealous of the other one. Yeah, tattoo is Eve.
So I moved out.
I think that one was Eve. It's one of the earlier ones. Well, anyway. We have quite a few. We're only like half of the videos. Let me see. Baby. Keep coming back to baby. Well, let's see what.
What did your wife do?
Affair, Simon. Because affair has other entries, right? No. Simon, cheat. Simon, comma, cheat. Simon, sleep. New one.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird.
Yeah.
In a way it hadn't been before.
I don't know. share. I think Simon didn't want to keep the baby, maybe. Or she just killed him out of anger that Simon loved Eve.
No, everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier who doesn't have much money. I don't know. I don't know.
It's from earlier.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other.
Yeah.
Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Notes. Cat.
We loved
Domino. Could find her whole story. We keep going down these random paths. Love. Yeah, this is earlier too.
Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
That's early on. Please find Simon.
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so
That's later.
nice to everyone. He loves me.
He loves me. This one's even later. This one's Eve.
Cute. He must love them very much. What ages are they?
No, random love. I mean, we're almost going in circles here. Still have a shitload of videos that we missed, but I think so. I mean, I guess they decided to hide the baby, or decided to hide the body to protect Eve's baby or something. I don't know why they would hide the body together. Dead body. That's what they said.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other.
Or
We
was this
cleaned up.
earlier?
We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Yeah. They hid the body. This is the other one.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
Yeah. She put on my wig, some clothes. She went crazy. Yeah, I think I searched watch already. Watch. 5 entries. Got all those. Wig. Might not have all the wigs. Broken mirror. Broken comma mirror. Crazy.
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
Oh, I got 50% of the database, according to an achievement. That was when they were still both lying, I guess. Please find Simon. Tattoo's Eve. Fought with Hannah Torwig. Tor. How many things came up when I found blonde? Blonde hair. No. Swapped. Yeah, I searched bar before. No, I didn't. Lie. I lied.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Oh, why was he in Oxford if there's no conference? Maybe Simon was having an affair with against both of them. Conference.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing the bar again and there he was. And again the next week.
Oh shit.
He offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten. And so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead.
Oh shit.
When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Beach, kiss, romantic. Conference. That's after.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing. In Oxford?
Oxford. So maybe there was no conference in Oxford.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference?
I don't know. What is happening in Oxford?
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Romantic weekend in Oxford. Maybe he had a romantic weekend in Oxford with her. Yeah, romantic something. What did I say?
Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip.
Oh.
It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room.
So even Simon went to
Great
Oxford.
view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very...
Okay.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends, and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity.
He worked there too? She worked there
Good at
too?
helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time.
I guess Eve also worked at the Glaziers.
Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
And there she goes with that fairy tale shit again. True. Worked at Glaziers. I don't even know what a glazier is. Glazier.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
She has that bruise. Glazier, Eric, Diane. I don't think I've looked up Diane yet.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
Well, the other ones just said she worked at the Glaziers. I guess they both worked at the Glaziers, kind of. I guess the S still doesn't do anything. Yeah, because she just said worked at Glaziers. The other one said that. Diane. Another music one?
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist.
I don't know.
But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
I should ask Diane. That's what I'm trying to do. Ask Diane. Oh, that's all. That's all that. Who else did we have? I think I already... Did I search Carl? Yeah, I guess they were switching places, so they both worked there. Oh, here's Carl. Doug and...
Was he my first?
Oh, yeah.
No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy.
Yeah.
We were 15.
Damn. Carl at 15.
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
And then Simon. I think I already searched Doug. Yeah. What else? Florence, yeah. Something from later, maybe. She did say beach. Maybe they went back to the beach. Guess not. Beach kiss. Here's another kiss.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing. Like we had before.
Damn.
He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon.
But different Simon. Different.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important.
Maybe they fessed up.
It's different now.
Now he's what? Damn it! Different now. Yeah, but if it's just confession. Confess. Oh.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess.
Oh, she's bullshit.
We were there.
Oh,
It was a dirty weekend. Simon was
yeah.
going
That's
to
the one we
Spain.
just watched. They're fucking with us. Let's see. Working at Glazier's. Different Simon. Is there extra entries? Yeah, different Simon. Singing. No. Met. Bar. Sex in her room. 9. Sex. Hannah's. All the information. It's very possible. I mean, we don't know why Simon was mad, or I guess we don't really know why Simon. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter why Simon was going to like do anything. So basically, Hannah married Simon, and then Simon eventually met Eve at the bar. So Simon was separately sleeping with Eve too, and then Eve got pregnant with Simon's baby, and then Hannah was getting kind of jealous of Eve, because I guess Simon eventually liked Eve better. And then when Hannah tricked Simon, acting like she was Eve, she got really mad and cut his throat with a mirror. And then they hid the body in the basement, I think. What did I miss? I think that's pretty much it. Should we do the thing? We got all the information. I mean, 50% is not that much. Or maybe we got all the important stuff. What am I supposed to do? Call? Okay. Let's see if I got it mostly right. Or if it even tell us. Yes. Good, so you think you understand why your mother did what she did. The fuck? Oh, I guess I am their kid. Yes? I'm glad, Sarah. I'll be outside. Log off and we can meet over the road. Is that... What? Is that the ending? Sarah. No. Just gotta log off. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I got a good enough ending. But I think we got the whole story. Although I'm not really sure why she would help her sister hide the body, even though she didn't kill her. Or didn't kill Simon. To protect the baby, I guess. I don't know. That's definitely a clip I missed. I don't know, you think I got all of it? Or am I wrong? It didn't really tell me if I was right or not. I think that was the only ending. Yeah, twins separated at birth, reunited as kids, started swapping places. Hannah gets pregnant, had a shotgun wedding. Hannah and Eve had to separate. Yeah. And then they started swapping again. Accidentally. That's doing some weird shit. Sarah, if you're stuck, you could always try the admin unlock. Well, I think we got our story pretty good. We've been at it for a few hours now. That is pretty wild, though, and that was actually a really fun game, like trying to figure out the mystery. I didn't even know that I was her daughter or whatever, trying to figure out her story. Yeah, that was really good. I haven't ever played a game like this before, for sure. I'll definitely have to try the other one that is... what's it called? Let me check their store page again real quick. Sam Barlow is the developer. Oh, Immortality. There's one called Telling Lies, too. But alright, I think that's good for this streaming session. I hope you guys enjoyed her story. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.